currently looking as though maybe uThermal, as he is 2-1 up against this green Zerg player in the upper left-hand corner, Dignitas Tefel. In the lower right-hand corner, the red Terran player, uThermal, representing once again AT Gaming. Again, a very strong team made up of a bunch of Grandmaster players. Did very well in the SC2 Improved Team League Season 1. If you want to read more about that, type in SC2Improved.net, click on the Team League button, you'll find all the information you need for that there. So yeah, for now though, for now, not too much else happening. It is a best of 5, as I guess you're about to find out, Samsung. Where are the mods? I do not know. Who wants to be a mod? Because our mods are apparently slacking. You know, I'll give a couple of guys mods to help us out here today for our last few games. If anyone wants to be nice. But trash talking Tefel is not one way to go about being a mod. I can tell you that much. Trash talking any player is not nice. Unless it's Naniwa, because he probably deserves it. Anyways. In-game, not too much is happening. Barracks gas on the way down. Some drones just mining up here to the top left-hand side. And Tefel again with that pool first. Again, it's not even worth mentioning anymore. He just does this. It's just how he likes to play. He just likes to do it. He'll do it every game. uThermal with an orbital command on the way right now. And we've seen some very short games here today. I mean, we saw Solar versus... I mean, all of Tefel versus Armani was very quick. Solar versus uThermal game number 2 was very quick. And basically all of these matches between Tefel and uThermal are extremely quick. Really just speeding along here today. 2 hours in and we've done 2 best of 5s, and the third best of 5 might be very close to being over. This game is not a replay, it is live. As the factory comes on down here again, we're seeing some very just slow openings, and there's not really much to mention. Again, it's the same opener we've seen a couple of times now from uThermal. These Marines are moving on out. He's gone the Marines instead of the Reapers, and he's just gonna see what he's gonna do with these. He's moving along to the left hand side, looking to pick off an Overlord, but there's not really one in position to be picked off. There's one over here, but that's nicely positioned above this little high ground. Whoa, what is that? Okay, I thought this was like some kind of vegetable, but it's actually just a plant and a mushroom. Right, that's actually not a vegetable. That's not a plant. It's like a claw. Is that a roach just buried alive? Oh God. Why aren't I on busy? I am on busy. Well, that just doesn't make sense, does it? No. So uThermal again moving forward with these Marines. Going to see what you can do. His Hellions are now on the way to back this up. And just going to put on this very light contain to Tefel once again. Tefel this time he's gone into gas much earlier. He's got speed on the way, so he's going to play a Ling opening. And he's continuing to mine gas, so interesting to see what he's going to get out of this. Whether he goes straight into Roaches or what he wants to do, I'm not too sure. First 2 Hellions are going to run by here. Going to get past these Queens and going to start dishing out some damage in this main base. Not too many workers should go down, but he's going to soften them up for potentially another run by later in the game. A couple are going down so far. These Hellions can even sneak out now as he gets a really nice shot. And these workers are so clumped up, but cannot get one more shot off, and maybe got just a bit too greedy there in the end. As why isn't this just going away? This is very silly. This Hellion is gonna get chased down here, but not too much else happening here. So not too much else happening at all. Ooh, these Lings moving out of the base and kind of catching these Hellions off guard, but uThermal is on top of things, and he starts to move back instantly. These Lings aren't really going to get these Hellions. Nice duke by uThermal as well, looking to just keep these Hellions on his opponent's side of the map while he gets a bunker up. And he's going to do okay trading against these as well. As you can see on resources lost, Zerg losing a lot more than the Terran player right now. So Hellions backing off. And, well, this queen might be in a bit of trouble here. It's going to go down unless there's a transfuse, which there is. And it's very low, and it's just going to survive. Just gets away. It must have been blessed by the gods. But these Hellions are going to keep attacking here. And while a couple of them are very low on HP, they still have so much potential. While there's 5 of them, they still have so much DPS. And Tefel is just struggling to deal with these Hellions at this point. As you can see again, he's pushing them back, and he's taking a lot of damage on the Hellions. But so much damage done, 600 resources lost to 400, so many links forced out of Tefel. As more Hellions continue being produced, more barracks on the way, a single engineering bay. And this is a lot of Hellions to keep on being made here. As uThermal is going to brute force his way in here. I'd love to see him just pull back now and just go repair for a couple of minutes, because he's got so many Hellions which will die, which could basically be brought back to life. They're basically not Hellions right now with how low HP they are. So, oops, I just banned the wrong person. I'm sorry, Dalflin. You've been unbanned. As these Hellions come back, and they will get repaired. So this is nice. Again, the effectiveness of these being repaired is just so great. Of course, over here, though, this 4th base is being taken by Tefel right now. And 4th base, this 3rd base is being taken by Tefel right now, so very standard. You don't see score, I'm very sorry. Let's just fix that right now. Forgetting to set the scoreboard up. A lot of Hellions moving across the map here, and Tefel, he still really doesn't have anything. He's got a few Zerglings, but that's about it, and I don't know if they're going to be able to hold on to this 3rd base alone. Taking a lot of damage here initially as well, and this queen could go down too. Some drones are already long distance mining over here, which isn't good. This queen, again, just getting away with the lowest of HPs. One Hellion dies off here, and uThermal going into mine production this time around. As this queen goes down, and these Hellions are continuing to attack, but he's walled off. He's walled these drones out. And this Eva chamber going to get targeted down most likely. Queen's coming forward. You need to be careful not to go down. One queen will die. No, just saves it at the last possible moment. But uThermal just killing off, and he's just doing so much damage with these Hellions throughout the game right now. And now these Lings are going to try and come through here. Banelings have been brought in as well, but uThermal is going to dodge out of there. Needs to get off of creep to be safe, and Tefel trying to surround. He's got so many Zerglings. He's going to get 2 of these Hellions. uThermal trading for get a bit of damage, but doesn't want to stay here for too long. 10 meters now on the way. As uThermal, he's done such a good job. He's on 51 SCV or 53 SCVs to 51 drones. The number of links he's forced with these Hellions is really affecting Tefel's economy overall here. Wow, so continuing. Finally, these Hellions are going to get cleaned up, but back at home, I mean, uThermal, look at this army he's got set to go. 3rd base ready as well. He's making tanks. He's made a mine. I don't know what the mine exactly is for. He might just use that mine to go and potentially block the 4th base of Tefel. Because having a singular mine in your army isn't that effective, but tanks are on the way, so we're going to see uThermal again playing something a little bit different. This tank play is definitely something we have not seen in TVZ for quite some time. Apart from, of course, against Mech, but that's a completely different story. Mura's taking a bit of damage here, but not too much. Kind of worried that, well, uThermal's actually going to lose combat shields at this point, which is a bit of a shame. It's not as big as losing Stim. I'm a bit worried that uThermal only has 3 barracks up. I feel like he's committed so much to them Hellions early on that it's something he's really kind of missing. He loses reactor here too. He's also going to lose a tank, but he is moving across the map. He is moving across, and he's going to try and do a lot of damage. And Tefel, he doesn't really have anything. These mutas, they can't kill the economy because of these turrets, and so he has to just bring them home to try and defend. And uThermal stimming forward a few marauders here. Going to start attacking, and oh, so many banelings on a single marauder, definitely not being effective. And a lot of mutalisks are starting to go down here as well, as Tefel just loses a couple more banelings, and his 3rd base might be in a little bit of trouble here. These 2 banelings, they just need to go down, and once them banelings are down, uThermal has basically free reign, and there we have it. These mutas are going to clean up this tank. But Marine's still standing strong. More banelings morphing in. But uThermal is reinforcing across the map here. And he's going to try and get these banelings before they morph too. Mutas coming in to try and get these medevacs. uThermal not too worried about them right now. He's got a lot of them. As more Marines and another tank coming in. And he's really abusing the position on this map well with that tank there beforehand. And this one mine on the ramp as well is very, very effective so far. Mine actually gets a few kills. Actually just a singular kill. Thought it might have been a bit more. uThermal's backed off. Now he's going into the mass barracks production. He's already added on 2, but adding on a bunch more, and that's something he really needs. His upgrades are so far behind. Wow, I haven't actually really noticed that until just now. His second engineering bay just finished, but +1's only just starting. So while he did so much damage at the start of this game, now Tefel's kind of evened it up, and he's got such a lead in upgrades, and that's something that's so important. As a couple of medevacs bring in the Marines as to help against these Mutalisks. Combat shield's still not finished. These Mutalisks are turned away for now, but for how long? How long will it be until these Mutants just come back into that main base? That is the question. Now I'm just going to keep on backing off. So uThermal has a bit more time here. His 1+1 should finish here without being harassed too much longer. And well, 4th base is going to finish for Tefel. Tefel looking good actually in this game. It's you know, he's actually got a little bit behind on supply. Why is he a bit behind on supply? Because he's teching up, I suppose. He's getting an infestation pit down. Is he going to go into infestors, or is he should just go straight into hive and start getting that free a dropship caught to this right hand side. One drop medevac goes down, and these mutants clean this up very easily. And I love that Tefel has changed his playstyle. You know, he used to be the guy, he always used to play Roach Hydra no matter what. But to see him mix in different things now is really, really great. It makes him such a better player. Nice control, pulling that Mutalisk back here. But oh no, now the Mutalisk run into a lot of Marines, and from nice control to uh-oh, that wasn't good at all control. Tefel loses a couple of Mutalisks there, and uThermal and Siege looking as though he might once again be moving forward in this game. Going to move up this right hand side after taking down these rocks. Tefel is going to position. He needs to add in a few baners, I feel. And his +2 is finished. So he's going to be at a 2-2 against 1-1, which again is nice. Looking to maybe come back with these mutants and do some damage on the counter-attack while uThermal reinforces across the map. But no, Tefel's decided, okay, he's going to go. He's going to go in. And, you know, he's got some opportunity here to pick off this gas on this 3rd base. But uThermal, he is setting up very nicely to pressure Tefel's 3rd. And Tefel, you know, he needs to decide when is the moment I need to bring these mutants back to fight. Because he needs to fight with everything if he's going to fight into this pre-split, pre-set-up Terran army. And while these Marines are actually chasing down the mutants, and they will find them here. And Tefel again turning around into what isn't the best fight, and he's going to struggle to really do much with these mutants from this angle at this point. And again, there's just so many Marines, and Tefel thinking about moving forward here. But these tanks had so much firepower. But here we go, Tefel's going to come in. Here's the stim from uThermal. How good are the splits? The tanks in the front are doing so much damage here. So many Marines in the back are just untouched at this point. And one tank even remains. Tefel just disengages. He makes 7 more Mutalisks, 34 Lings. But he's not quite there just yet. And Tefel, uThermal, head on in battle right now still. As uThermal picks up that 4 to get out of here. Picks up the tank as well. Nice control. Loses a medevac. Flying this 4 around in this medevac. Going to look to try and snipe them Mutalisks, of course. And here we go. We're going to have another fight. There's a lot more Baners in here once again. And he's going to start splitting up this army. These Baners rolling on forward. Continue to roll on through. And it looks as though Tefel might just have enough to clean this up. But reinforcements from uThermal in the last moment from behind. And Mutants are going to get cleaned up from that angle. And Marines remain, but looks as though Tefel, he did that pretty nicely. He's at a 50 supply advantage following this. And uThermal, his command center, his 4th base is only just starting now. This 4th base of Tefel has been pretty much untouched for the entirety of this game so far. And, well, these Marines, oh, another medevac snipe here, and Tefel playing well with these Mutalisks. You know, again, he looked a bit scary a couple of points. Got a bit scared for him when he was flying them into these Marines now a couple of times. But comes into this natural kills off a turret. He's going to get quite a few SCV kills before leaving. A couple of mutants are traded for this, but now he just backs off. Banelings and Lings massing up at what is the potential 4th base of uThermal. And Tefel might decide now is the time he goes in for a kill move here. Because it's kind of hard. These barracks allow for so much kind of... It's such a good sim city for uThermal to play with. But is it going to matter? We can see Tefel's posturing, and now he's going to come in. He's pretty well split. 2 4s aren't really going to help too much here. These mutants are very clumped up, though. But the 4s are hitting Lings and not the Mutalisks. And Marines, well, they're doing well so far. Only a couple of Banelings remain, but there might just be too many Mutalisks in the sky. Lings are at this 3rd base as well. doing damage to the economy. And uThermal is going to maybe just push this back, but for how much longer can he keep doing this? Because now he's on 80 supply to 170. And his whole third base has been ravaged. There's nothing left. A single SCV lives to tell the tale of the day that the Zerglings came to fight. But that's about it. And an Overlord or an Overseer or something gets picked off. But that's a small kind of victory there for uThermal as he makes an orbital at his fourth base. 100 supply down. And uThermal is not happy. I really feel like his lack of upgrades for so long at the start had a big effect as Tefel comes forward once again. Turns away. And, well, we're going to have a surround coming in here once again as Tefel wraps around that 4. He's now going to come in towards these Marines. He's running out of base.